Well, today is day 38, December 2nd, Monday, 5-day weekend. Wasn't much progress till about tonight. And yesterday I got some of the cab all on primer, and that's all ready to go. Some spots still to weld and fix, but overall the rest of it's in primer, ready to go. Dad wanted the front of this frame in green just so this weekend we go pick up the new engine up in Syracuse, New York, 5-hour drive. We unload it from the trailer and right away put it into the truck. That's the hope. And so you want the frame all painted in advance. So just finished painting it in green. Got all down the primer, needle scaled it, wire wheeled the chassis, make it nice and smooth frame rail, so you don't see any rough flakes of paint. And then primer and then paint. This is just spray canned on Black and Quarter Ton Military, which is, I forget the name, but it's quarter ton military paint, which is Rapco. So I got a whole case of it. I'm already down to the last 7 cans. Gone through 4 already. But that's half the chassis. So you can get the whole chassis done in under, say, 10 cans for sure. This is just one layer. So second layer a little bit thinner, but still second layer of coat of paint to do still. Next tomorrow, we'll do the front half. Still gonna pull my divorce case out. Have yet to get to it. And then paint this back section, of course. It's snowing outside, so it ain't gonna happen for a while. And that's fine. My main goal is from up to this point, maybe I'm trying to push my luck, go towards the air tanks, get that area just done and over with. So that's where we're at. Still need to clean this up here and then grind this down still in that side, and the gas tank. Those still need to get cleaned up, but overall this is all done. I did masking tape for all the fittings. I know I want to touch in the future too. I don't want paint in between the lines of the threads. Wiring harness gets replaced totally, so not worried about that. I didn't pull it out, and of course I can always do touch-ups. So I could pull it out and make a nice, better paint job, but I want to know how it's routed, and when it arrives, I can install it and then do touch-ups. That's fine with me. So that's why it's still in place. So yeah, everywhere I'm happy with it. It's the U.S. Marine Corps green. I'm pleased. I'm happier that it's a lot better than this green, Army green. I don't like it. So there was a car rack down there. So that's a car rack, and this is the modern early 2000s green that I put on 03, 08 time. That's just way too bright, and then the old school is way too dark. I want in between. So went with U.S. Marine Corps forest green, and I'm pleased. It's semi-glossy, you have a slight gloss to it. And of course, give it 5-10 years. It might fade over time, and it might get to army green brightness, but it'll be a while. So I did buy 2 gallons of paint. We heat this thing in sections. The garage, that's 600 degrees in Fahrenheit wood stove. Room temp's 90 to 100 degree room temp. As you get towards the door, it gets less. I try to insulate it. And then I'm using a torpedo heater to get direct heat for about 5 minutes, remove it somewhere else, and then paint that spot. So that's how I'm doing it, because, yeah. And that's why we're doing it spray can, not spray gun. Spray gun a lot faster, but I can't heat up the whole segment at once. So, and plus I don't want to clog up Dad's gun. I have to clean it, hassle. So I'm gonna order another case of spray cans just in case tonight from Quarter Ton or Rapco directly. But yeah, that's that. Put a bag on the filter so I don't like that leaving in black. And then all the rubber hoses, I want to see black hose, not green hose, but we're replacing all of them, so I can let that be. Anyway, that's that. Yeah, not much else for an update on the chassis. On the cab, of course, we got the floor done, needle scaled, not much to do. Then wire wheeled it, and I got a smaller, finer wire wheel, made nice and buffy smooth. This side's still a bit rough, but the seat box sits down. You don't see it on the outside unless you open the seat, and then there's tools and stuff stored. So I didn't want to go crazy with this. It's like a bed liner almost effect. You won't see it. So I'll let that be. Go inside the door. So I'm pleased. So like 1, 2, 3 dents. You don't see it now, but it did bug me. So 3 dents. I'm gonna hammer it out if I can. Make it look nicer. Okay, that's that. I did weld these up, all rusted, and I made them all grinded smooth. Now here you don't see it, so that's fixed. Still gotta do that hole, those 3 down there still. Get those grinded up. Got a hole here, whole small quick weld job, and that's a quick weld job too. Some hammering and welding, no patches. And that's it for welding on the cab. Then we come up front, the cowling. Oh boy, it's hammered. It's like some guys are saying, just get a new cab. They're so cheap. Why spend the money if I can fix it? So at some point in the military, this thing broke its hinges and they had to put new plates in here, reinforce it for say, but there's a big bow here where someone stepped on it probably, being thin sheet metal. I don't know. It's fixed, it works. Then when Anthony drove it back home when he bought it a year ago, it opened up and broke the hinges too. These bolts sheared off. So there's a lot of Bondo here, a good chunk. So I got what I could off. They're just paint flakes at this point, but got them all off. I'm gonna try to Bondo's fine, to be honest. It's so high up there, the truck's so tall, you could barely see it. I'll just do Bondo, it's fine. But over here, this was bondoed up. A big chunk of Bondo was filling that hole up. Like, don't do that. Fix it right. So I want to get a piece of sheet metal, bend over, and then bend out, and then weld that in place. That's my fix. But before I do that, I need these hinges off, which seems to be a pain. At least I gotta get in there and spray it. That's a good thing. But I'm sure they're going to snap. So these need taken off, then I can fix those holes, and then do Bondo, sand it smooth. I'm gonna use fiberglass mixture so it's a little extra stronger, and that should fix that. Get it sanded, put in primer, and this is ready to paint. That's all ready to paint, and all that's left is firewall the paint, and pull the harness out, paint it, put the new harness in, and then dashboard. It is a bit darker, but I don't mind the dash as it sits. You have like modern green here, then you still have the old school green. It's so filled with stuff. I could paint it, maybe in the far future, but right now I don't feel like painting this thing and pulling every switch out. I am not in the mood of that. But everything's gonna come apart anyway for the new harness, so there's that trade-off. So that's something I'm regretting not to do soon. But yeah, that's my update for the cab. I brought the firewood in here now to have shop space, and it's 3 feet of snow outside, so I don't have to keep shoveling snow off and drying the wood out. It's like it's just gonna sit here. When it gets empty, forklift, haul it out. But when that goes out of wood, I'm out of wood. So I gotta buy more wood from the neighbor. It's only $80 for the whole crate. Without the crate, it's like $40 extra. But now I own these crates, I can just drop them off. You can restack it, haul it back. So that's that for the wood supply. I got more wood, but it's buried. And it's not dried out, and it's not split. So I'm ready to just buy it. Next winter, I'll be all set though. But next winter, I don't really have much things planned except for rebuilding my transmission next winter. I'll have time this time. So, alrighty, that's that. Yeah, how much else I have for a video to talk about? Yeah, that's about it. That's a quick update. But outside, snowing. Been doing this since Thanksgiving till about Monday now. Sticking outside, big truck. Alrighty. Yeah, the front bumper's right there. Gotta put it somewhere. So that's that. I've been kind of busy between Friday and Saturday and even today and such. Plowing snow. Probably burned about 30 gallons of diesel over the weekend just plowing snow for ourselves. And then I have like 4 neighbors to do, plus there's 2 roads over, a bunch of houses that got hit hard. They're on hills, steep driveways. Everyone's got ATVs and plows. Like, really? Get a snowblower, get a tractor. So everyone on Facebook is saying, we need it plowed, help us. And the next day, like, well, I'll go. I made $100 a house, between $100 to $150 a house. And then I did them today, quick 4-inch touch up of snow, touch them up, done. Come back home, and this guy pulled next to me, like, can you do my driveway? Can't get up it. Sheet of ice. Sure. What house? That house. Okay. That's steep driveway. I make it up halfway up. I'm spinning tires of tire chains and everything. Can't make it up, but turbo diesel, it made itself up finally. But it's like, how much? $150. Shocked how pricey I was. I'm here in the moment for you. You want this price or wait for someone else? It's like, do it. But on top of that, I told him there's also a reason why it's high, because I'm driving 2 miles to get this point to do 2 other people down here. Like, I'm down here. That's why it's a high price. My neighbors are $20, $25 up to $50 for my neighbors. They're so close. But now I'm driving a 2 mile distance on with Dad's tractor, not my tractor, Dad's tractor. So it's higher risk. And the roads are not really that plowed still well. There's that. Next thing is, most people don't have their driveways staked. I don't know where your driveway is, where the ditch is, where the rocks are, where bushes are. It's like, no one's marked. And then third, you're on a steep hill. I could slide down in a sheet of ice. And so that's why the price is like high. All right, let's do it. So today I made about $300 over there and $40 at my neighbors. And then the weekend I made about $600 total. So I made about $750 total. I gave Dad $150 for diesel to pay for, but pocketed the rest of the money. And the rest of the money I spent $400 of it on a new phone. My iPhone here is starting to really piss me off. It's fine, but the charging is not helping. Can't really show you up because I'm using it, but plugging the phone in with the cables are all fine, but plugging this into the phone, it's, yeah, plug it in. Oh, it's charging. You walk away, it's not charging. You gotta, I guess, example wise, I ain't really gonna work anyway, but you wiggle it up and down, hold it upright like this at an angle, it charges. You let it go, goes flat, it doesn't charge. So it needs tension, which means that port in my phone is worn out so much. So yeah, I had it cleaned out at Best Buy Geeks. Well, they cleaned it, got gunk out. That helped, but it's still not charging. Unless you put tension on it. So at this point, I'm tired of iPhones having battery problems, and iPhones are about $900 plus. It's like, it's time for a Samsung. And so I went for trying to find an X Cover 6-8 model phone, which they came out in 2020. It's more of a contractor's phone for construction sites. And you can run 2 SD cards for your personal phone and your work phone numbers. There's that perk. The battery comes out, so you can change the battery when the battery fully dies. New battery, that's a new phone. I like that feature. It still has the aux port, so I can hook up to the radio. Here's an adapter for the iPhones. It's like, I would like to have an aux port again, but trying to find one's hard. They're on eBay for $250. But with Amazon, with the Black Friday deals, like, I just bought a new phone, the S24 model, whatever, for $150. It's like, well, I really want the new phone that changes batteries, but be honest, for $100 less, the newest tech phone, sure, can't really beat that price. So I bought that, cable charger, all that other stuff. Plus I bought this for the workshop because the new phone doesn't have aux. And the second, you can't run an adapter like this to your charger port like Apple does. There's no audio to your charge port. So I can't use an adapter to Type-C. So the guy said, can I find one that hooks up to one of these that goes to Bluetooth? So we found one at Best Buy and 20 bucks. Now, the benefit of this, unlike Apple, plug in and you're listening to music. But the downfall, I can't charge the phone. There's that problem. Second, I can't walk around the shop trying to watch a video how to do something or change music on the fly. I have to walk over to change it real quick. Now it's Bluetooth, sits in my phone, work on the truck, I can listen to music, change the song, change the volume right where I'm standing, so, and charge the phone. So it's decent upgrade. So with that money saved, my goal tonight, 2 more hours, so I'm about to go now, have dinner and stay in for the night. I'm gonna start transferring my stuff from this phone, iPhone 12, over to Samsung and get that going. And then some point stop at Best Buy. Hey, here's my iPhone. What's it worth? Pay me. And then with that money, I'm gonna go ahead and go buy a mirrorless camera. Not a GoPro, got like a Canon M50 mirrorless camera that shoots more video, better audio. And I'm gonna get a small gimbal, a used one, from DJI. So trying to improve my video quality on top of that. With that, I'll put more focus on editing a proper video, not these one-take videos. So that's my main goal here. So all good. So yeah, that's my update. But I think we'll still make it by New Year's, have the motor in here. I don't think I'm gonna have it running per se, but I could, by some means, I could have it running with the cab on and running. But we'll see. So, alrighty, there's my update. Good night. Day 38.